And here we go with another contact report. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Larry, and we're going to do contact report 68. Corrections and improvements made by Catherine Mossman and Joseph Darmanin, as usual. And the contact person is Semjase. Okay, this was the 68th contact, Friday, 12 November 1976 at 0047 in the morning. So it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Billy, you are in quite a hurry to call me back. Semjase, the circumstances require it. You are not alone. Your friends have brought you here. Billy, yes, Hans and Coney. Semjase, that is good. In the future, you should no longer come alone, but have at least 2 or 3 companions with you who will position themselves near the contact point in different places. Do not give any more flashing light signals with your light device. That was very unwise of you earlier. Billy, do you think so? As soon as we saw you, I wanted to show you that we were already there. Semjase, it was unwise. You received my thoughts and therefore knew that I had already located you. Billy, of course, but I just wanted to show you the location. Semjase, it was unwise. Why? You will find out soon. Since about 11 days, we have observed a lively activity of the power group from Brazil, which floats around with some ships in the area. So it is tonight. We are very concerned about your safety, which is why I called you here to explain these things to you. It is possible for us to offer you some protection, but we are not able to see all things clearly. The illogical nature of the Earth humans also worries us very much in this case, because we are often misled by them. That is why I ask you to claim the best possible protection for yourself, at least until we have taken appropriate measures to avert the danger. Billy, okay, I will follow it, but it will not be so bad. Semjase, you think wrongly. You really have to take it seriously. Also, beware of different elements in Germany and Switzerland, because different influential people will no longer shy away from any means to keep you from your task. The same elements also tried to make you and your group unfeasible in public. No lie will be too small for them. More than ever, you must now hold together, for the intrigues against you are now countless. Remember what I told you yesterday about our photos. Billy, ah yes, good that you remind me. I actually received something today. Sigrid Kinnett sent me something that knocked me off of balance. Here, look at this picture here. That is what you were talking about yesterday, no? Semjase, no, this one is something else. I misdirected the delivery that was intended for you. I watched you quite well today and noticed that in the evening alone, this delivery that you had received had already burdened you very much, which is why I misdirected the other mailing intended for you to a place where it cannot do any harm. What you have here is a drawing of an inspirational picture transmitted to an illustration painter for the purpose of slowly acquiring the Earth human with things that will cause them trouble in the future. There are certain reasons why the image of a universe barrier was used, but I am not allowed to mention them. By the way, this drawing is not very good. The original is masterly. Pay attention to the differences. Our picture shows the center of the barrier as an egg-shaped structure, as it is in reality, while on this bad imitation, the center is circular. Also, the radiations show very blatant differences, as well as the foreground, where in our picture, the wobbling, shimmering energy is recognizable, while on the drawing, a landscape is represented. Billy, we have already seen that ourselves, but read below. There it is written that I would have brought this picture here only in spring of 1976. I have feared this for a long time, also with other photos, as for example of Mars and Venus. Semjase, but you already distributed it in the middle of last year. Billy, of course, I could prove that. But what do you think? Who cares? Now these pictures were shown on TV on the 8th of November, 1976, and months earlier, pictures of Venus and Mars and also of Jupiter. Now it is indicated that I took them from the television, although I had them about a year before. Semjase, you said that before, but it is simply incomprehensible. The Earth human should at least be able to think logically in these things. Billy, one would think. There are also difficulties with the tricky Jupiter and with Ptah's spaceship, the Great Spacer in parentheses, because once or twice this year they also brought pictures on television that look quite devilishly like my pictures. Semjase, that is easy to explain. It is an animated film which was also made by intuitive input to prepare the Earth human for certain things. Here, too, there is a specific reason why my father's outline image of the Great Spacer was transmitted. Billy, this is a load of nonsense, because how can I explain this to people? I certainly do not know. Semjase, maybe we made mistakes with these inputs. That is possible. But also, we first had to get to know the Earth humans and their manner of acting better. Billy, certainly, there is nothing wrong with that, but what now? Semjase, nothing. Billy, you are good. Now I can spoon up the soup, right? Semjase, it will not be that bad. You are now nervous and demoralized. In a few days you will be able to cope with things again when you see them more realistically. In your present excited state, you see everything too black. Billy, okay, you may be right. But tell me something, is it really so damn important that I had to spread these pictures, which had already been made and published by sensitively gifted painters in oil or in some other way? Semjase, it was very important and still is, but the fact that certain circles react so negatively was not taken into account into our probability calculations. Billy, then I am just the fool now. You could have let me in on these things. Then I would never have spread the pictures. Semjase, I knew that, so I was not allowed to mention anything. It had to be simple. Why, you will find out in the course of the next year. Billy, mystery monger. Semjase, I cannot change it. Billy, okay, so do not. But what then is 1977? One hears so many things. Is something wrong with it? Semjase, listen, it is only meant for you. And then in parentheses, data about the move on 7th of April, 1977 to Hinderschmid Rudy, and the very hard time and work in the following years. End parentheses. Billy, ouch, that is news. Semjase, you have to be silent about it. But now, go. Your friends are waiting for you. Give them my greetings, and in the future, they shall no longer be so open. Billy, gladly. Also from them I shall greet you very dearly. Semjase, thanks dearly. And now goodbye, and be very careful. I asked you for it. Okay, and there's a letter here. It says Zurich, Monday the 29th of November, 1976. Delivery date is 11 January, 1977. A glorious morning. After cloudy days, I am happy about sunshine and deep blue sky. Wind chases cloud formations in imaginative shapes. I sit at the table and hurry to finish a letter I want to post. Then, as if by inaudible command, I look out of the window towards the north. First, an aeroplane rising from Kloten, Kloten, attracts my attention, trailing a vapor trail. But what do I see below it? Something, certainly not an aeroplane, a dragon, or a bird. I hurry to the window and pull it open. The something floats gently at a considerable height, shining silvery in the sunlight. I manage to get a hold of the binoculars in a matter of seconds. Now I clearly recognize the something as a round disc with a dome-shaped center, on which dark areas that one might call windows can be seen. In addition, the raised center of the object casts a shadow on the wide rim. There is no doubt about it. A UFO is hovering over the city. Now it is moving very slowly downwards in an oblique direction. Unfortunately, it is soon obscured by a cloud, but it moves away and I can see it again. Now it seems to stand still. It's hard to believe. I can see the flying ship in fantastic clarity. It is moving again and is now threatening to disappear under the roof of our house. I hurry out into the open with my binoculars, but the spectacle is over as clouds gather in the direction in question. Thoughtfully, I stand there, delighted and grateful for the wonderful proof that the countless reports of UFO sightings from all over the world are a fact that can no longer be ignored. In the course of the week, it became apparent that apart from me, 3 other persons in and outside the Zurich area had observed a flying object on the same day. The question arises, are we being observed by human beings outside our solar system? What do they want to bring us? Are they so far ahead in their development that we would be able to solve our problems with their help? And this was signed Paulie Steiner, looks like. And it's in Zurich. Anyway. And then it says, take my words very seriously. This is still Semjase talking after the letter. Take my words very seriously. Billy, all right, you are just pretending as if I really have to get my hide chewed, but it would not be that bad. Semjase, remember our mission. Billy, ouch, you won. But another thing. Yesterday we spoke about your and my language, which we did before. Do you not think that I will be made a fool of again because you explained at the time that you had become accustomed to my language and therefore everything sounds like my language? While yesterday you made the statement that our literal conversations are also shaped in my language because I have to dress them in my own words out of the transmission of symbolic images. Many will not understand this and claim that the conversations would no longer be transmitted literally. Semjase, but they are. However, if you cannot understand this, I cannot give you any advice. And they will understand even less that I also speak in your form of expression. Although even in your group, different people have acquired your language, and in some cases, it is no longer possible to distinguish who wrote what. Make an investigation about it, then you will find out. It is so hard to understand that people adopt someone else's language. Is it so hard to understand that people adopt someone else's language and almost literal manner of speaking? Billy, certainly not, at least not for me. Look, a few days ago, Engelbert Watcher came to me and brought an article for our monthly newsletter. It is an article under the title Protocol of a Study, which will appear in the December issue. From this article, it is quite clear that Engelbert Watcher is already writing in my language, and I was told several times yesterday that this article was my work because it was written in my language. Thus, my language rubs off on other people. They simply accept it, according to which it then says afterwards in written things that everyone comes from my pen. I guess it makes sense because I'm starting to call the Earth humans earthworms, and that came from Billy. So I guess his language is rubbing off on me too, his idioms and his terms and whatever. Anyway, Semjase, the Earth humans cannot be helped in this respect. Billy, certainly not, but now I am leaving. Goodbye, girl. Greet your father, also Manara, Rala, and the others. Semjase, gladly. Goodbye. So that is the end of Contact Report 68, and we'll jump on 69 as soon as we get a chance. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.